The universal systems model. Everything around us can be broken down into something called the universal systems model. Well, what does it look like? There are four main components to the universal systems model, and those include input, process, output, and feedback. Those are the four main components of the universal systems model. Well, let's first talk about what a system is. A system is any group of interrelated parts designed collectively to achieve a desired goal. The desired goal can be anything from driving an automobile to making toast or calling a friend. What is an input? An input is a command given to a system, also called the desired result. When we turn on a television set, for example, we are giving it a command. Give us a picture and sound. With a car, we provide the input by driving. A car moves when we tell it to by stepping on the gas. The input command or desired result might be for the car to go 30 miles an hour. Other inputs to the system include resources such as time, energy, and materials. What is the process? Process is the action part of the system. It combines resources and produces a result, the output. The process is a response to the input command. In the driving process, both the car, the machine, and the driver, the person, are essential. The driver gives the input command to go 30 miles an hour and then steps on the accelerator pedal. This is converted to energy to make the engine run and move the car forward. The car and the engine cost money or capital. The driver uses the information to make the car produce the desired result. What resources are used during the process? During the process, the seven technological resources are used. Those include people, money, time, information, energy, materials, and tools and machines. What is an output? The output is the product of a system. It is the actual result. If the system works correctly, the output will match the input or the desired result. In the car system example, we wanted the car to go 30 miles an hour. A properly functioning car will produce this output in response to the input command, meaning stepping on the accelerator pedal. Most systems, though, have more than one output. Outputs can be desirable and expected. For example, the car moves and goes 30 miles an hour, or outputs can be undesirable and unexpected. For instance, the car produces exhaust and heat. What is feedback? Feedback is information about a system's output that is used to adjust the system. It closes the loop from output to input. So here we have the universal systems model, and the feedback part of the loop is what closes it. And feedback is used to make adjustments to the process. What is feedback? Feedback comes in many forms. It can come from other people, like when your parents ask you to turn down the volume on your TV or your jam box or your iPod. Feedback can come in the form of touch or sight. It can also come from a mechanical device, such as a cash machine. Whenever you use your fingers to pick up or hold something, you are receiving something called tactile feedback. Feedback is also used in school. Your teacher uses homework and tests to monitor how well you are learning. The grades you receive on your work are your feedback, indicating how well you are doing so that if needed, you can change your study methods and work to improve your test taking skills. All things that perform a function can be described with the universal systems model. like skateboarding and making a smoothie, for example. We can use the universal systems model to describe lots of different processes. Let's take a look at the skateboarding example. So I have my four main components: input, process, output, and feedback. Look at each one. My input command is to get on the board and kick off. This is the wheels spin and travel down the road. The output would be that the board moves forward and you ride it. In the process, feedback can be a number of things. It's all the information that you receive while you're riding, like up with the hill, there's pebbles on the ground, puddles, there's obstacle like a curb. All of those things would be feedback. You use that feedback so you don't fall off the skateboard and crash. Look at another example. In this example, we're going to look at the process of making a smoothie. You get your input, which is you put the fruit, milk, and ice in the blender, your process, which is blending the fruit, milk, and ice, and then your output, which is the smoothie. And then your feedback would be the taste of the smoothie, and hopefully it's delicious. So you can see that the universal systems model can be used to describe many different things, smoothie or riding a skateboard. I want you to remember, though, that there are four main components: input, process, output, and feedback. And part of that whole process are seven technological resources, which are people, money, time, information, energy, materials, and tools and machines. The universal systems model, everything around us can be described by it.